Hi, I'm Mike Webb from Webb Outdoors, and this weekend we're having our second event of the year on Table Rock Lake. It's our elite event, so it's a 2-day format. But this week we've had snow, ice, and a huge cold front come in, so a lot of people are guessing the weights are going to be in the mid-20s, maybe upper 20s for a 2-day event. Let's see how these guys adapt to a massive cold front in early March on Table Rock Lake.
Day 1 leader Brent Luo starts his day in White's Branch. Luo boat's a solid keeper, but it doesn't improve the limit he already has in the boat. In second place after day 1, mechanical issues forced Gary Martin to stay close to takeoff for day 2. Despite mechanical issues, Martin continues to work and try to catch a limit. Keel Guard pro Aaron Martin is fishing in the mouth of Kennel Branch. Martin upgrades with a solid largemouth and moves up the leaderboard. Skeeter pro Lupe Garcia fishes a grub around docks in Gore Hollow. Bakersfield, Missouri pro Gail Julian is in Fisher Creek. Brent Luo continues to catch fish in White's Branch. Three o'clock and time for anglers to head back to Mill Creek and Kimberling City for the final weigh-in.
Marty, I seen you fishing the same spot yesterday. Did you catch any there?
Not a bite.
I seen several people fish it and they looked like they were frustrated. The bite got tough today, didn't it?
It was for me, but I really wasn't on much. I had a pretty good chance. I lost a big one each day, and you know, you don't do that and win these tournaments.
No, because everybody that's in the lead has one big fish, right? All right, Marty, let's see what they weigh. 8:52, Marty. 8:52. Marty, we appreciate you fishing, bud. 10:40. 10:40, Dish. David, how are you, my friend? How many you got?
5.
5 fish for David. David Dishman. 10:06. Dad beat you. He beat you again. Thank you, man. Gary Martin. Gary had motor problems today. Gary was in second place yesterday. Motor blew up on takeoff, my friend. How many you got? Yeah, that's what I heard. Got 3 fish. 610. 610 total for 2 days, Gary. 2309, buddy. 2309. That's what everybody told us. Joe Brantley coming up here. Joe was in 4th place yesterday with 15:24. Gonna weigh in 2 today. Boy. Boy, I know. Now the wind comes up. Look out there. Slick as glass all day till the weigh-in. All right, Joe, let's see what they weigh. 495, buddy. 495. Joe, thank you. 1234. 1234. Tim, how many you got? You got 5? 2 ounces left, so nothing for big. I heard a rumor today you were culling, though.
Yeah, actually, yesterday I had a limit in 22 minutes from takeoff. Caught 28 keepers yesterday. Today it took me 3 hours, but this afternoon it was lights out. They were biting me out.
About what time did they kick in?
Seemed like about 12:30.
12:30. Look at them brownies. All right, Tim, we'll see what happens. 1240. You had 1290 yesterday. 1290. 2-day total? Where's that? That's the new leader. 25 what? 2530. Tim, you're leading right now, buddy. Eric Hammond. Eric, how many do you have? Eric has 5. Now, Eric, when I called you or texted you, it wasn't so good. Eric Hammond. Eric was in 5th place yesterday with 1516. That is one for big. $489. Good job. Eric, come up here just a minute. When I texted you to come and film you, you said don't worry about that, ain't biting. That was around 10 or 11. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but that's why. What happened?
They still didn't bite. I kept my head down for 8 hours or 7.5 hours and got lucky and got 6 keeper bites all done. Beat, grub, and drop shot.
Grub and drop shot. Well, let's see. Sherry, what's he need? 1015. Well, this is going to be your new leader right here because this is a good bag of fish. Look at here. 1530. That's almost the same as he had yesterday. That is your new leader. 2-day total. 30.46. Eric, great job. Great job, man. Aaron Martin. Aaron Martin was in 3rd place yesterday with 1536. Aaron, do you have a limit? Aaron has a limit. He's going to weigh 1 for big. We do pay 2 big basses each day, Aaron. $568. Let's add 4 to that. Sherry Webb, what's he need? 1511 to take the lead. Aaron is sponsored by Keelguard, one of our big sponsors. I won't own a boat without one. Aaron, before we put these on there, we got some good footage of you yesterday fishing. We actually got you culling a fish. You were fishing trees. It looked like some type of a grub like a lot of people are. Were you doing that again today?
Yeah, except for I upsized it a little bit today because to catch Brent, you know, to try and go after 20 pounds, you better be throwing a big bait. So we'll see.
All right, well, let's see what happened here. It's a good bag of fish. He needs what, Sherry? 1511. There's your new leader. 1721. Aaron, let's get some pictures. 1721. Boy, some of these spotted bass in here are beautiful.
Look at these smallmouth. Look at that. Good fish.
Way to go, Aaron.
Your current leader right now. Aaron, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. 2-day total is what, Sherry? 32.57 is what to beat. Your leader yesterday. Sherry said how many? I just laughed at her. We got to film this man yesterday and today. We're going to weigh one for big, and then I'll talk to you a little bit more here. 524, but I can tell you there's a lot of them close to that in that bag he's about to weigh in. Brent, we filmed you yesterday. You were fishing close with a jerkbait. You had caught several fish early before we got there and afterwards. Today we showed up. You were throwing fish away you didn't need, and you said you had a limit this morning. How fast?
I think it's about 25 minutes. I caught 18 or 19 keepers in the first hour and a half, 2 hours. I only had one 5-pounder. I made a move. I made a move to where I caught the 7 and the 5 yesterday, and I was able to upgrade about half what I had.
I couldn't tell exactly what you were throwing, but it looked to me like you were throwing like a 5-inch milk-colored grub. Is that right?
Yeah, I was throwing a 5-inch Chompers salt and pepper grub with a 1/4-ounce Chompers head on it.
Majority of your fish both days were on that, and you said you had 2 fish total on a football jig. Is that correct?
2 fish on a Chompers football jig and 2 fish on a jerkbait and 6 on a grub.
6 on a grub. Sherry Webb, what's he need? 1222. I think I can take 3 fish out of here and do that. This 1222? Is anybody else coming up that you see? What do you think? 1885, he says. How about 1861? 1861. Let's get some pictures of those fish. It's always good for us when we pull up on somebody catching fish, and we got to see that a little bit today. We didn't get to see the big fish, but we saw him throwing fish back he didn't need.
Nice.
Golly, look at that one on the left. Look at the belly on that thing. Beautiful fish, Brent. Beautiful fish. Brent, thank you very much. Right now you're leading this tournament with 38.97, buddy.
And now it's time for Winning Ways, brought to you by Webb Outdoors, where champions share their keys to success.
Primarily I was throwing a 1/4-ounce Chompers umbrella head, which is just a lead head, a darter style, with a Chompers 5-inch grub on there. Salt and pepper in color. Putting a lot of garlic on the bait, so when the fish hit the grub this time of year, a lot of times they push it, they come behind it. It seems like that helped to get them to eat it a little better, a little deeper. I caught 2 of my fish that I weighed in on a 3/4-ounce football jig from Chompers. Green pumpkin purple, trimmed the skirt way down, real small trailer, real light line, something I normally don't do. With this water clear, we didn't have a lot of wind today. I only got 2 bites in 2 days on the football jig, but both of them were 4.5, 5 pounds. Also caught 2 of my weighers yesterday on a Dave's Custom 110. It's actually a 110 plus one that from Mega Bass, but I had David Ryan from Dave's Custom Baits paint that to a color that only a couple of us have. It's a kind of a big fish type of color. Today they didn't bite the jerkbait, whack of wind, so I stayed with the grub and the jig all day. I had 2 areas, mid-lake in the morning to start with, caught a limit quick both days, and then from there I made about a 15-20 mile run to two or three particular places that I found some good fish in practice, and just worked back through those and was able to upgrade each day. The bite was pretty much over by noon both days. The fish were mostly in trees. I was sitting the boat in anywhere from 35 to 60. I had 3 or 4 places that were shallow tapering, very gradual, And in one place was actually kind of the opposite, was pretty steep. But I would just vary my depths and work around and get different angles on the trees, on the treetops, trying to let the grub sink down about 15 to 20 feet or so, and just a nice steady retrieve back seemed to be the deal. Most of them, yeah, they were suspended. I think a lot of the fish were coming off of the bottom, because on my graph, everything I saw was real tight to the bottom, which is one reason I picked the jig up yesterday after I'd caught a couple fish in a particular spot. And the first cast, actually, when I picked the jig up, was when I caught a 5-pounder. Just thinking I could pick up an additional fish, because the fish were relating so close to the bottom, I would say within 3 or 4 feet. You know, in this tournament, it's pretty neat to be able to win an event on baits that you trust and you use, but are also your sponsors, and your sponsors are also your friends. You know, Sonny Chafin from Chompers, he was my first sponsor ever, and you know, that's a really neat deal for me to be able to win on a bait like that. You know, I couldn't have done it without my luge rods and reels. You know, it just amazing distance and casting. 7-pound sunline is what I threw that grub on. Absolutely some of the toughest and best casting line that I've ever used. You know, can't say enough about my electronics. I use my electronics to find, you know, what I'm looking to throw at, and you know, with Humminbird, that's given me that advantage. You know, Ranger Boats, Evinrude Motors, a new sponsor of mine this year. I'm excited about running Evinrude this year, and you know, hopefully, you know, things will materialize, you know, throughout the year with another win or two.
Well, Table Rock Lake surprised us this time. Just a few days ahead of the event, the snow and the ice and the massive cold front came in, so we thought the weights would be down on this. But Brent Luo proved us wrong. His 2-day total weight of almost 40 pounds shocked us, and there were several fish over 6 pounds and a few over 7 pounds as well. And our upcoming elite event is going to be on Stockton Lake, April 11th and 12th, and those weights should be very good as well. But before that, our Pro Series will be on Table Rock Lake out of Mill Creek. That's March 28th, and on the 29th, the following day, is our team event. So I'm Mike Webb, and I'll see you at the lake.